I'm sorry, but I, Archangel Michael, have been hiding a secret from you. I know this may shock you. I know that you have always believed I was showing you everything. That I stood beside you with full truth. That I never held anything back. But the time has come. I was under divine instruction to remain silent, because if I had revealed this before, it would have crushed your spirit. You were not ready. But now, your soul has matured. Your destiny has accelerated. And God has finally given me permission to reveal to you what has been kept hidden until this very moment. This is not just a message. This is a divine unveiling. A crack in the veil. A moment where what is invisible becomes clear. Your tears are sacred to heaven. And you have cried so much, alone, unseen, unheard, that heaven wept with you. But you didn't realize that while you cried, someone else was laughing. While you trusted, someone else was plotting. While you gave, someone else was taking from you without your knowledge. Yes, beloved, this is not fiction. The person you trust the most did something behind your back. And I, Michael, was the one watching it unfold, begging God for the right time to tell you. I stood with my sword drawn, asking for justice. But God said, wait. Not yet. They must grow into this truth. And so I waited. But today, heaven says you are ready. Heaven says you must see it. Heaven says the lie must burn in front of your eyes so you can walk forward unchained. You feel it already, don't you? That strange feeling in your chest. That sense that something wasn't right? That a part of your story never added up? You were not wrong. Your spirit knew what your eyes could not see. Your intuition cried out, but your love silenced it. And that's where the damage grew. Because this person, the one who smiled at you, prayed with you, told you that they would never betray you, they didn't just betray you once. They did it again, and again, and again. And all the while, they acted like nothing happened. You deserve to know the truth. You deserve the freedom that truth brings. But you also deserve the comfort of heaven's arms around you as you read this. Because what I am about to say may cause your heart to tremble. But do not fear. I am here. I never left you. And after this moment, you will never walk in confusion again. This person, yes, the very one you think of when I say, the one you trust the most, was approached by someone. A conversation was had in secret. A discussion about you. About your future. And this person, your person, said things that would shock you. They shared things that you had confided to them in vulnerability. They revealed private matters about your family, your past, your dreams. Not out of concern, but to gain something. Something selfish. Something dark. You wonder why you've been delayed. Why things felt like they were supposed to move forward, and then suddenly, you were pulled backward. This is why. There was interference. A blockage created by someone in your inner circle. Not from far away. But someone who should have been your protection. Someone you prayed for. Someone you believed in. There was a moment, a single moment, where they could have defended your name. They could have stopped the entire thing. But they didn't. Instead, they nodded. They agreed. They let others speak about you in a way that would break your heart if you heard it. And even worse, they added to it. Why? Why would someone who claims to love you do that? Because deep down, they were jealous. Deep down, they couldn't handle your light. They felt inferior. They felt small beside your purpose. They feared that you would outgrow them. And so they sabotaged you quietly, believing you would never find out. But heaven sees what is hidden. And now heaven speaks. I saw it all. I followed every conversation. I watched the lies pile up like dust on your blessings. I heard them speak to others, laughing behind your back, twisting your words. And every time, I wanted to come to you. I wanted to scream, "Open your eyes." But God said, "Wait. Let their own eyes reveal the truth when the time is right." And that time is now. That's why you're seeing this. You weren't meant to scroll past this. This is not coincidence. You've been divinely timed to read this now. Because if you don't, this message will burn and vanish within 50 seconds, and the window to breakthrough will close again. Don't let it vanish. You've waited too long already. There are people who have smiled at your success but cursed you in their prayers. There are people who hugged you tightly but stabbed you with silence. You thought you were safe because you loved purely. But your love made you a target. You were too radiant. Too sincere. Too trusting. And they took advantage of that. But I promise you this, the era of betrayal is ending. You are crossing into a season where no snake can follow. No liar can pretend. No mask will survive. The truth is coming out. And not just here, in your life. In the people around you. In the words they speak next. Their behavior will suddenly shift. You will feel it. You will see it. And when you do, remember, I told you today. I warned you, because I love you. Do not be afraid to let go. I know you think that without them, you will be lost. But listen to me, your wings are not tied to them. Your blessings do not come through their hands. You are not dependent on them for your future. You are chosen. You are divinely assigned. And what God has for you cannot be stolen, delayed, or destroyed, unless you allow the wrong people to stay too long. Please, beloved, look at the signs. The late replies. The changed energy. The eyes that no longer meet yours the same way. The sudden defensiveness when you ask innocent questions. That is not love. That is guilt. And guilt will always try to hide behind a smile. But it can't hide from God. I wept for you. Yes, even angels cry. When I saw what was done to you, I went to war in the spirit realm. I fought to shield you from consequences you never deserved. And now I fight again, to open your eyes. This person is trying to cover their tracks. They know their time is up. They feel something shifting in you. They feel the Holy Spirit beginning to whisper the truth to your heart. And that scares them. Because the moment you see the truth, they lose control. They can no longer manipulate. They can no longer guilt you. They can no longer pretend. They may come to you with tears. They may say, I've changed. They may bring gifts. They may even act as if they received a dream or sign. But you must discern. Do not let emotions blind your spirit. God is showing you the truth now so you don't fall again into the same trap. You are called to more. That's why this message is finding you now. You were never meant to stay surrounded by betrayal. You are rising. And as you rise, snakes will fall away. Let them. Don't hold on to what God is removing. But know this, your heart is not a mistake. Your love is not a flaw. Your compassion is your divine gift. Don't let one person's actions change the core of who you are. Do not become cold. Do not become bitter. Rise with grace. Walk away with dignity. And know that while they spoke against you, God was preparing a table in their presence. A table of restoration. Of increase. Of justice. You are about to walk into a season where everything stolen will be returned. Every lie told against you will be exposed. Every delay will be reversed. And those who plotted against you will have to watch you flourish. This is not revenge. This is divine alignment. This is God correcting what was wrong. And you, His beloved child, are at the center of this redemption. But you must act. You must open your eyes. You must trust what you feel. That unease in your chest. That's not paranoia. That's divine warning. The chills? That's angelic presence. The dreams you've been having? They are not random. They are prophecy. You are being led to the truth through whispers, signs, and now, this message. Don't ignore it. Don't brush it off. Don't let your fear silence your discernment. You asked God to reveal the truth. And now He has. Through me. Through this moment. Through divine timing that placed you here, reading these words, at the exact second heaven allowed the veil to be lifted. You are not crazy. You are not imagining things. What you suspect in your soul is real. And it's time to stop doubting yourself. You carry wisdom. You carry light. And you carry the right to walk away from anything not built in truth. I will walk with you. I will guide your next steps. I will surround your sleep, your mind, and your heart. And I will protect you from backlash. Because once you acknowledge the truth, the enemy will try to confuse you again. But not this time. This time, you will stay awake. You will stay strong. And you will stay free. The person you trusted the most did something behind your back. But the God who loves you the most is bringing it to light. Because you matter. Because your heart matters. Because your calling is too important to stay surrounded by deception. This is your moment. Don't let it vanish. Don't scroll away. Don't delay. This message was sent to you by divine order. And it will only stay open in the spirit realm for a short time. After that, it will burn. Not out of punishment, but to protect you from carrying it as a burden. So, beloved, I say this one last time, you are loved. You are protected. You are chosen. And you are being shown the truth not to hurt you, but to free you. I am Archangel Michael. And I have told you what I have waited lifetimes to say. Now go. Rise. Step into your truth. And never look back. Restlessly because it sensed the shift. Something ancient brushed past your soul, like the flutter of wings you didn't know existed. Your breath changed. Your dreams became scattered pieces, like broken glass that didn't belong to you. Because the moment she stood at your door, even in silence, something eternal activated in the spirit realm. And heaven began writing again. Not on paper, but on your destiny. Michael stood watch. He has been protecting your threshold for longer than you've realized. But last night, he wasn't alone. The clouds did not move randomly. They aligned in patterns only the angels could read. And God said to Michael, tonight, something hidden must be revealed. Send her. She has waited long enough. And so, the woman came. She doesn't speak because her words have been sealed for centuries. She carries memory, not language. She holds evidence, not opinion. Her silence is not weakness, it is divine encryption. What she left behind is not dangerous in the way you understand danger. But it has power. Tremendous power. It will disturb the people who have been hiding from the truth. It will wake the liars. It will shake those who swore to keep you in spiritual sleep. Michael says this is your sign. You've been praying for answers, crying in secret for the truth, wishing that God would show you who is for you and who is against you. This is that moment. But it is wrapped in mystery for a reason. Because if God had exposed it too soon, the ones who betrayed you would have manipulated the message. They would have laughed at the timing. They would have stolen the words and twisted them before they reached you. That's why she didn't knock. That's why she didn't speak. Heaven had to bypass your mind and deliver the message straight into your spirit. You may feel anxious right now. You may feel a strange pressure in your chest or a sudden heaviness. That is not fear, it's recognition. Your soul recognizes that what you're reading isn't just a message. It's a retrieval. A sacred pulling back of something that was once taken from you. For too long, someone has been standing in your way, blocking your favor, hiding your inheritance, delaying your justice. And now, God says, it's time. The woman is not your enemy. But she has seen your enemies. She has walked among them. She was there when they spoke against you. She was in the shadows when they planned to silence you. She heard your name on their tongues. And she wrote it down. Not on paper, but in the firelight of heaven's courtroom. She carries your record. And last night, she returned it to you. You don't remember inviting her because you didn't. Your spirit did. Long ago, when you cried out to God and said, "Reveal the truth to me, even if it hurts," your words reached her. She doesn't answer to human time. She answers to divine alignment. And last night, everything aligned. Michael says you must be prepared for what happens next. Because now that she's left the object, it has begun to unfold in the spiritual realm. The people who have been wearing masks around you, their masks will slip. The person who pretended to support you, but was secretly blocking your blessings, their cover is about to be blown. A confession is coming. Someone who swore they'd never speak is about to tell everything. And you won't need to confront them. God will handle it. But you must remain spiritually alert. Do not let your doubt destroy the delivery. The enemy will whisper, "You imagined it. No one came. This is just a dream." But your spirit knows better. The door was visited. Your name was whispered in ancient tongues. And a part of your story has just been returned to you. You may notice strange dreams over the next 3 nights. Don't ignore them. Michael says the dreams will not be symbolic. They will be specific. You will hear names. You will see faces. You will walk through moments that already happened, but you didn't see them the first time because you were being deceived. Heaven is offering you eyes to see behind the curtain. Someone in your life is about to panic. Not because you confronted them, but because your energy changed. The moment the silent woman stood at your door and left what she carried, your spirit began recalibrating. You are no longer vibrating on the frequency of confusion. That means manipulators can no longer cling to you. Liars cannot find peace near you. Jealous hearts will expose themselves without warning. God says this is protection disguised as exposure. Don't mourn the ones who distance themselves after this. Some will ghost you. Some will argue. Some will try to make you feel guilty for changing. But it's not guilt you feel, it's clarity. You're finally seeing what they tried to blur. And Michael says, this is only the beginning. Because what the woman left is not just a spiritual object, it's a spiritual alarm. A signal to heaven. And now, angels are gathering. Doors that were shut for years are trembling. Legal decisions that were paused are about to move. A name is being cleared. A stolen opportunity is being returned. And a strange inheritance is making its way back to you. Someone long gone from your life wrote you into something without your knowledge. They thought you'd never find out. But the woman knows. She carries keys. Not physical ones, but spiritual signatures. And last night, she left a mark. Not just on your door, but in your house. Somewhere in your home, something moved slightly, an object tipped, a light flickered, a shadow passed. That was not your imagination. That was the shift. Michael says, you've waited long enough. The time of delay is over. But you must not go looking with your physical eyes for what was left. It's already in your spirit. What you must do now is stay aware. Pray with precision. Ask God to reveal, not just protect. Because protection without revelation only keeps you safe, it doesn't empower you. But revelation? It gives you authority. Authority is what the enemy fears. Not your money, not your reputation, but your knowledge. When you know who you are, when you know what was taken, when you know who took it, then the game is over. And that is why this message reached you today. This isn't viral. This isn't random. You are not reading this by mistake. Something led you here. And that something is the same force that led her to your door last night. She doesn't speak, but her silence says more than words ever could. You need to remember your dreams as of tonight. You need to pay attention to who contacts you unexpectedly. The person who suddenly reaches out claiming they just thought of you might be connected to the secret that was hidden. The person who suddenly grows cold toward you after being warm may have recognized the shift in your energy. The one who avoids eye contact the next time you meet? They may have been spiritually exposed. Michael says you must not run back to familiar places just because they're comfortable. The woman who stood at your door didn't come from comfort, she came from the battlefield. She is sent to those who are ready. And you are ready, even if you feel weak. Especially if you feel weak. Because heaven sends its strongest messages to those who feel forgotten. You are not forgotten. You are remembered by name. Written in light. Spoken of in meetings you weren't invited to. Both in darkness and in glory. Your name has power. And that's why she came. Because they tried to erase you. They tried to delay you. But they forgot something. They forgot that what God seals cannot be stolen. Only hidden. And hidden things are being uncovered now. Michael says there is a man who will be affected by this message, even if he never reads it. His spirit will shake because he was involved in what was hidden. His name has been on trial in the heavens. And judgment is being passed. Not with violence. Not with revenge. But with divine justice. You won't have to raise your voice. The truth will do it for you. Someone who once knew your weakness is about to witness your strength. And they won't recognize you. Because you are no longer operating on the frequency they manipulated. You are rising. You are being aligned with your true timeline. And the spiritual object she left is the catalyst. There will be signs in your body. Tingling in your hands. Buzzing in your ears. Sudden tears for no reason. It is the movement of divine information inside of you. Let it come. Let it move. Don't block it with logic. This isn't a logical moment. It's a prophetic one. God says there are exactly 3 people watching you in silence. 1 out of envy. 1 out of fear. 1 out of curiosity. But none of them can stop what's coming. Because the object she left has already begun activating your next chapter. And they cannot read a book God has sealed. You may feel alone right now, but you're surrounded. Angels are stationed around you. Michael has not left. He watches. He guards. He guides. And he weeps when you ignore the signs. Don't ignore this one. The woman did not walk far to be dismissed. She came because she was told, now. Now is your time. Now is your moment. Now is when the reversal begins. Now is when the truth rises from its burial. Now is when you finally understand why it had to take this long. Now is when the silent gift begins to speak. And it will say everything you were never allowed to say. If you believe in God, type Amen. God called you. Not them. not the betrayer, not the one who pretended, not the one who smiled while hiding. You were the one heaven marked. And when you were a child, your soul already knew. You always felt things deeper. You always sensed people's intentions. You always caught on to shifts that others missed. That was never a flaw, that was your divine antenna. You weren't being too sensitive. You were being guided. And now the guidance has reached its peak. This moment, this very one, is what all your past questions have led to. You are being unshackled. The secret is no longer hidden. The truth is free. And your next season begins now. In the next 7 days, expect the unexpected. There will be signs, some subtle, some thunderous. A number may repeat. A name will echo. A dream will return. You may suddenly feel the urge to revisit an old journal, a memory, a message long forgotten. That's not nostalgia, that's divine memory activation. Follow it. Because in those small stirrings, God will unlock something massive. You are not alone in this. A heavenly army surrounds you. Not just Michael, but others. Gabriel is aligning divine communication. Raphael is working to heal the wound this revelation may cause. Uriel is preparing the light to guide your path. And above them all, the voice of God is whispering to your soul, do not be afraid. I'm still with you. I never left. I never will. Let them talk. Let them question. Let them assume. Your life is not up for debate. Your truth is not for them to distort. Heaven is your witness. And when God speaks, the world must listen. Someone will come to you soon, either with tears or explanations. You don't need to decide now what to do. Just stay grounded. Stay still. Pray. Heaven will instruct you in the perfect timing. And when you feel overwhelmed, whisper this, Michael, protect me. God, guide me. Truth, set me free. Say it until your breath becomes calm. Say it until your heart stops racing. Say it until peace returns. I did not reveal this to hurt you. I revealed this to heal you. The person you trusted the most did something that can no longer stay buried. But the God who loves you the most is stepping in now. Not to destroy, but to rebuild. Not to shame, but to realign. Not to accuse, but to set you free. And if you feel something burning in your chest, if your eyes well up, if your heart races, it's not coincidence. It's confirmation. Heaven has spoken. And this time, no one can silence it. This message will vanish soon. But before it does, let me leave you with one more truth. You are chosen. You are anointed. You are watched over. And no secret, no betrayal, no delay, no deception can cancel what God has written over your life. It's time. Take a deep breath. Step forward. Your breakthrough is not coming. It's here. And now that you know the truth, everything is about to shift. God is with you. I am with you. And nothing will go wrong. Trust. Pray. Believe. And let the light lead you out of the shadow. Don't move too quickly. Breathe slowly and let your spirit adjust. Because what is unfolding around you now isn't something that can be fully processed with the mind alone. This is spiritual. This is generational. This is something heaven has been planning since before your tears even began to fall. You may feel like something invisible is happening right now, and that's because it is. As you read these words, angels are standing at the gates of your destiny, pushing back forces that have long tried to block your breakthrough. Doors that were spiritually locked are being opened. Delays that made you question your worth are being overturned. And what was meant to be yours, truly yours, is returning with power. Archangel Michael is no longer withholding the truth. The veil has been ripped. You have every right to know who you are, what has been done, and what is coming. And here is what you must hold on to tightly: they can't stop what's coming for you. Not them. Not their silence. Not their manipulations. Not even their regret. The truth you were kept from was bigger than a moment. It had the power to shift your entire future. That's why they kept it. Not just to avoid hurting you, but because they feared what your reaction might trigger. They feared losing your grace. But they underestimated the power of God in your life. They didn't realize that you were never just a person in their life. You were a divine assignment, a chosen vessel, a light they weren't prepared to carry. Let the tears fall if they must. But let them be cleansing. Let them prepare the soil of your soul for the seeds that God is about to plant. Even now, in realms you cannot see, your name is being spoken aloud, not in gossip, but in heavenly instruction. Angels are receiving their orders. They are being told, "Go. Restore what was taken. Reverse what was delayed. Awaken what was buried. And protect them as they rise." You are rising now. Not slowly. Not someday. Not when you feel ready. But now. The moment you accepted this truth, even without knowing every detail, the shift began. Do not worry about confronting them. You won't have to. God is confronting the situation Himself. There is a divine confrontation happening in silence. The same way their betrayal happened quietly, heaven's justice is moving quietly too. But you will see the results loudly. You will witness the truth reveal itself in unexpected places. A slip of the tongue. A misplaced message. A confession disguised as a casual comment. These are not accidents. These are scheduled moments, divinely placed, to give you full closure. And when that closure comes, don't cling to the past. Don't beg for what was. Don't mourn the version of them that you imagined. Let them go, if that is what the Spirit tells you. Let God replace what they withheld. Let heaven refill what they drained. Let peace re-enter the places where chaos once lived. There's something else you need to know. While they were hiding the truth from you, someone else was watching silently. A soul you do not expect. A person who felt your pain without knowing the full story. They've been observing from a distance, praying for you, even interceding on your behalf without your knowledge. That person is about to come closer. They have something to say. Something to offer. And though it may not make sense immediately, it will all align when the time is right. God always has a backup plan. And when someone mishandles you, heaven always prepares a healer. Get ready to meet someone who understands the wounds without needing the history. They will speak to your soul in ways no one else has. They were sent for such a time as this. Archangel Michael has one final message before the veil closes again. For now, he says, I didn't tell you this sooner, not because I didn't love you, but because I was instructed to protect your growth. You weren't ready back then. Your heart was still fragile. Your love still blinding. But now you are strong enough to know. Strong enough to carry truth. Strong enough to release what needs to be released. And bold enough to move forward. Even now, as your fingers read these words, a spiritual energy is surrounding you. You may feel warmth. A weight. A presence. That's not your imagination. That's me, Michael, standing behind you. My hand is over your shoulder. My wings are casting light around you. My sword is drawn. No harm will touch you. Not now. Not ever again without heaven's permission. And God is smiling upon you. Not because of what happened, but because of how you will rise from it. Your spirit is admired in heaven. Your name is known. Your prayers echo. Your faith is recorded. Your resilience is celebrated. And your next chapter? It will be miraculous. Don't expect everyone to understand your elevation. They weren't in the room when God chose you. They didn't hear your cries at 3 a.m. They weren't present when you begged heaven to give you clarity. They didn't see the spiritual battles you fought with nothing but faith and trembling hands. But heaven saw. And heaven remembers. Now it's your time. Your time to shine without apology. Your time to walk without stumbling over explanations. Your time to receive without feeling guilty. Your time to live without constantly doubting if you're worthy of love, of peace, of blessing. You are. And heaven has declared it so. Let the truth that was hidden now become your platform. Let the secret become your story. Let the betrayal become your banner of survival. You were not defeated. You were refined. So now walk forward, blessed, bold, broken open only to be rebuilt better. And when the wind feels strange, when you sense something shifting but can't name it, when you wake up at odd hours with your heart beating fast, know this: it's not fear. It's divine activation. Your spirit is catching up to the miracle already on its way. And remember, when they try to reach out, whether with guilt, charm, or denial, you don't owe them immediate response. You owe yourself healing. You owe your soul peace. You owe God your trust. So pause. Pray. And let heaven guide you. The same God who revealed the secret will reveal your next step. You won't have to guess. Before this message fades, take a breath. Not just any breath. A sacred one. One that seals everything you've received. One that says to the heavens, I accept. I receive. I am ready. Because you are. And now, no one can stop what's coming for you. The betrayal was real. But your blessing will be greater. The secret was deep. But your deliverance is deeper. The silence was long. But your season of joy is longer. And all of it, every ounce, was working for your good. God is with you. Michael is with you. All of heaven stands with you. You are safe. You are chosen. And your miracle? It begins now. If you believe in God, type Amen.